Let's look at the details of lifestyle that have been proven to be so effective. Let's see what Dr. Esselstyn had his patient, what kind of diet he had his patient follow. First, there is no oil, not even olive oil and canola oil. Why? Because those oils have saturated fat. All oils actually have saturated fat, and olive and canola oil, they're called heart healthy because the saturated fat content is less compared to other oils. However, those doctors say that still we want to avoid all saturated fat, so no oils. In addition, there was an article in the magazine Nutrition, Metabolic and Cardiovascular Disease, and it was showing the results of a study that provided us with information that olive, soybean, and palm oil have acute detrimental effect over the endothelial function. This data explains why fried food is not healthy. I was always wondering, if you fry in olive oil, why it's not healthy, because olive oil is supposed to be healthy. This is the explanation. So no oil. Also no fish, no poultry, no fowl, no meat. Again, there is fat, there is saturated fat, and we want to avoid that. No dairy, no eggs, no caffeinated coffee, no sugar, no salt. All those products damage endothelial cells and contribute to plaque formation, so we want to avoid them. What can we include in this diet? We can include whole grains, legumes, lentils. There are about 120 different types. Vegetables, red, yellow, green, especially green leafy ones, and fruits. So if you think about heart disease as a fire, you can stop adding gasoline to the fire by removing those products that damage endothelial cells, and you can start pouring water on the fire. Water would symbolize green leafy vegetables. Remember this Okinawa study? So we want to have greens every day, and not just a little bit. We want to have them a lot. You can have collard greens, spinach, bok choy, kale, romaine lettuce, mustard greens, Swiss chard, broccoli, asparagus with every meal. In different greens with your breakfast, with your lunch, for a snack. You mix when you have sandwich, add tons of greens, tons of spinach. When you cook something, in the last 5 minutes, add those greens. And when you mix this with regular food, they blend and you don't even feel it. And when you make your sandwich with your spinach and some balsamic vinegar, I swear you're gonna feel like you're having hot fudge sundae. So when you make those changes, what happens? In most people, their blood pressure goes down, cholesterol goes down, they become normal without medication, and they lose weight. My husband basically melted. He was overweight. Officially, he was obese because of his body mass index. And he tried dieting, counting calories, exercising, and he actually felt hopeless. He was just saying, okay, probably after 40, that's the way it is. When we started following this diet, we started because of the different reasons, but every time he would stand on the scale, he saw his weight, he weighs less and less. It's amazing. He looks so good and he feels hopeful, and now not only he looks much better, he also feels much better because of this energy. I'm very proud of him. And most people who have excess weight on this diet, they become normal weight naturally, without feeling deprived, without feeling hungry, just because this diet is so healthy. So let's see what is the rate for heart disease for those who follow this diet. Esselstyn had about 200 people following this type of diet for 4 years, and the rate of major cardiovascular events for this group was 0.5%. In other words, you can have those diseases vanish from your life. You can have them disappear from your life. Even if all of your uncles had heart attacks, you don't have to. They follow this typical diet and they develop this typical disease. If you don't follow this diet, if you change and live healthy, you will not become like them. You will be healthy. You can make yourself heart attack proof. So we talked about benefits for the heart. How about brain? We know that by statistic, at the age of 85, 50% of people in the West have some form of dementia. This is very problematic. We got a really great understanding of the problem from the work of Megan Leary and her team from the West Coast. In 2001, they presented in Strong's meetings in Florida results of their study. They analyzed MRI images of the brain of 5,000 people, and what they found is that normally the brain is uniformly dark on the MRI image. At the age of 50, most people start to develop white spots, tiny white spots. The older the person gets, the more white spots they can see. Those are tiny strokes. Big brain, tiny stroke, it goes unnoticed. Person still function. At 50, there's just little forgetfulness. Honey, do you remember where I left the key for the car? 15 years of the same diet, same lifestyle at 65. Honey, do you remember where I left the car? 20 more years of damage of the same lifestyle, and person looks at his spouse. Are you my honey? The same diet that prevents heart attacks also prevents strokes. Stop damaging your endothelial cells and soak your brain in the antioxidants from green leafy vegetables, and you will not become a statistic. You will be an exception. So this diet is great for your heart, it's great for the brain, also it's great for the rest of the body. It improves circulation to all the body organs, and when there is a great circulation, the blood brings its oxygen, its nutrients, everything works much better. Everything works the way it's supposed to be. And it works the same as Viagra. Why? Because it improves the blood circulation again. So the very common question, will I get enough protein? There are world-class athletes who follow this plant-based diet, and you can get complete protein from the meal of beans and rice. Soy provides complete protein, so you can get all essential amino acids. Another common question, will I get enough calcium? Interestingly enough, not very known is that calcium found in green leafy vegetables, for example broccoli, is better absorbed than calcium found in milk. In addition, when people consume meat and dairy, when those products are metabolized, it creates acid-like condition. It's called metabolic acidosis, and body tries to neutralize that, and it uses calcium from the bones to neutralize that acid. And after acid being neutralized, calcium is excreted through the urine, and we can see that through the urine test. So when people start to follow this plant-based diet, they don't have this acid in their body, build up of this acid. So we can see that on the urine test, the rate of the calcium excretion is much lower. So you stop losing calcium, in other words. So it's great for your bones too. So now you're probably thinking, okay, it all sounds good, makes sense. However, I still want to enjoy my food. How can I do that on this diet? It sounds like really unusual, because we usually increase the taste of our food with some beef and bacon. But from my experience and from experience of hundreds and thousands of people who follow this diet, the problem is that it's not that it's not taste good, it's just we don't know how to cook it. So we just need to develop new skills. And once you start cooking, you will find a lot of things that you really like. Here are a few tips what you can do. So you don't cook on oil. You can cook on water, orange juice, vinegar, any liquid works. Instead of butter, you can add applesauce, pureed fruits. When I cook my cookies, what I use is I get 1 apple, cup of pineapple juice, about 20 dates. I blend it all together, and then I mix this fruit puree with quick oats, and then I bake those cookies for about 15 minutes. They taste so good and they're absolutely healthy. My kids love it. So instead of dressing, so when you need to use salad dressing, what you can use? We really like mustard on everything, but you can also use hummus. A lot of people like hummus, but choose the one that has no oil. Lemon juice, nutritional yeast. What's nutritional yeast is? It's a product found in health food store, and it replaces cheese. It gives a smooth, cheesy flavor. And I make pizza with this nutritional yeast. I get really fast. It takes like a few minutes of preparation. Whole grain tortilla, whole grain pita bread. I put tomato paste on it, nutritional yeast, some greens. They blend in. You don't even feel it. And squash, mushrooms, pineapple, bell pepper, all those vegetables that you like on your pizza. You put it you put it there. You top it with again with tomato sauce mixed with nutritional yeast, and it tastes surprisingly good. And my husband says if regular pizza would rate 10 out of 10, this pizza rates 9 out of 10. And the nutritional value is incompatible. It's so much better for you. So you want to add the greens to every meal. You can have them raw or you can cook them. Everything you make, just add greens at the last few minutes. You walk in your kitchen, you want to have something real fast. You can get collard green, cook it for 30 seconds, put some veggies in this wrap, like make it like a wrap. You can put tomato, squash, some grains, some beans. You make it your bread, especially if you want to lose weight. You can use tortilla wrap. You can use tortilla for this wrap. We really like mustard on this multi-grain whole grain tortilla. Some spinach, tomato, so fast, and it's really good. It's like emergency food. It takes only like 2 minutes to make. When you make your soup, try to make them at least 3/4 green. For emergency food, you can use romaine lettuce. You can use romaine lettuce as a scoop. Get this hummus with no oil, and it's great for the car also, really fast. So, okay, next important item in our menu is oats. We want to have them cooked or uncooked. Uncooked, like a cold cereal. You can add some raisins, shredded wheat, a little bit of nuts, and it's our common breakfast, and with some alternative milk, it tastes great. Almond milk, soy milk, oat milk, or unsweetened. So we only get unsweetened. So as far as the diet goes, no animal protein, no animal products, no oils. Yes for oats and greens, and the next important item, whole grains. So look for the word whole in front of the grain name. If it doesn't say whole, it means it's white flour. So try to get those that are 100% whole grain.